And welcome into another episode. Happy Friday of Sports Gambling with Moneyline Monaco. I'm your host, Alex Monaco, coming off some W's in a big way. Look, if you've been following me on social media at Moneyline Monaco, TikTok, Instagram, I'm Alex Monaco on Twitter. We have been in the Cranston lab cooking. If you follow me, you know I watch everything. I bet on everything. And we have a special edition Friday episode for you. We're pumping the brakes on a little NBA playoffs, NBA finals. We're pivoting over to the NHL. I got an all New York episode with a side of some Yankees. I got to get this off my chest, off the fro, and share with you what I am seeing with my own eyes in person and at the sports book. And we start out with our lock of the day. I am taking the New York Rangers again, as I took them in game 7 against the Canes, as I took them in game 1 against the Lightning. I am right back to plus money again. Give me the New York Rangers plus 112 on the money line at your local sports book shop on FanDuel for game 2. I'm going to also couple it in to what I am firing on that I am absolutely loving, and that is the Rangers over the Lightning in the series. You can grab it at minus 120 right now, up a game. And I'm going to sprinkle, but I'm going to get to it in a second, on something that pays almost 4-1 that has shifted virtually overnight in lieu of the New York Rangers game 1 win. And let's talk out what this team is. All right. And I'm not a hockey diehard, but I am living in New York City right now. And I've been watching the Rangers all season. They are on the network that I host a TV show on, MSG Networks. I have thoroughly watched this team turn a corner in more ways than one. And there's something that you can't always pinpoint in analytics at the sports book, and that is momentum. And this team, let's go back to the first series against the Penguins. They're down 3-1. 3-1. They had pulled Igor Shesterkin, their all-time Madden 99. Yeah, I said it. NHL goalkeeper, tops of the league. And then all of a sudden, they turn a corner. It's 3-2. It's 3-3. They win a game 7. And they're off to the races going against Carolina, who had come from a series that went 7 against the Bruins, in which every team won on their home ice. Carolina, up until game 7 against the Rangers, and we're up 3-2 on them. Up 3-2 on them. They were up 2-0 on them. I nabbed them on FanDuel. I tweeted it for the Rangers to win plus 570. Plus 570, down 2-0 against the Canes. They get the game 6 win. They go to Carolina. They put up not 1, but 2 goals in the first period, thanks to Fox and Kreider. And you could hear a pin drop in the Hurricanes arena. You could hear a pin drop. And it was a 6-2 routing. Absolute domination from the first puck that dropped in period 1 to the end of the buzzer in period 3. And I'm telling you right now, what I saw last night, I've picked these games. I am emotionally riding on them, yes, but I am seeing something that you just don't see a lot in sports. And it's every area of this team is firing on all cylinders. It starts with the veterans. Chris Kreider, who's been sensational. This man has a goal in 8 consecutive games when the Rangers are underdog. We have Zibanejad, arguably outside of Shesterkin, the MVP of the Carolina series. He's been enormous. Adam Fox now has 12 points in 12 consecutive games at MSG. He is Mr. Consistent, 2 points in game 1 against the Lightning. Unbelievable point man And then you have the heart and soul of the team, Lindgren. You have Vetrano, who had a goal in game one against the Lightning. And you got the bread man, Panarin, Keandre Miller, Strome, Trouba, who is a Polamalu, Ray Lewis out there on the ice, hit stick and taking jugulars. You have the kid line, Hedl, 2 goals in game one. Lafreniere. This team is stacked. And then you have what I'm going to go out on not a limb and say, and just be blatantly honest with you, the best goalkeeper in the entire world right now, Igor Shesterkin. The man cannot be beaten right now. He is on fire. He is so dialed in. He reminds me of Courtois for Real Madrid on the run and the magical run that they went on. And I even spoke about it, and I ended up taking Liverpool and lost. I mentioned that this Real team is on a magical run. Nobody had the Rangers here. I said it first series. I'm holding 2 Willy Wonka tickets, a plus 1,900 and a plus 600 on this team to win it all. And you have to realize they're going against a Lightning team that's won back-to-back. And just to give you perspective on how hard it is to get more than 2 in a row, it hasn't been done since the New York Islanders 10 years before I was born. And I'm a 90s kid. This is an Everest type hill the Tampa Bay Lightning are going up. They are not playing hungrier. They are not playing better puck right now as far as the first game goes. And yes, you could say they hadn't played since May 23rd. Long rest. Well, you know what? This is the same team that was up against the ropes against the Maple Leafs, who haven't won a playoff series since now. Down 3-2. And they swept Florida. Florida's overrated. And Vasilevsky had an unbelievable round against the Panthers. This is a new team that they're dancing against. And I'm sorry, but Igor Shesterkin is the reason why this team is where they are. And he's the reason why they're going to win this Stanley Cup. I'm telling you, I'm in the city. I can feel the juju. I can feel the vibes. This team is unbelievable. Igor with 37 saves in 3 consecutive outings, 2 back-to-back 6-2 wins. This team is the perfect recipe and playing at the perfect chemistry for them to make a run. I find it blasphemous that we're getting plus money in game 2 against the Lightning. I'm taking the Rangers over the Lightning in game 2. They're going back to Tampa Bay up 2-0. Mark my words. And when they do so, you can sit back and remind yourself that this team has only lost one game at the world's most famous arena where I work, Madison Square Garden. One game. And it was a game they shouldn't have even lost. It was an overtime match against the Penguins in a 4-3 outing that never should have happened. It was a ref botch, and I'll leave that there. But this team and this crowd in this city, I just wish it was the Knicks doing the same thing as the Rangers, because it is electric. I'm from San Diego. I don't see this. It is absolutely electric what is happening right now at MSG. And they're playing team puck, and they win against back-to-back champs, fearless Wednesday night. So for me, I'm taking the team that again shut out a team 0 in power plays. Carolina was up to 0 almost double digits in power plays to kick off the series. They couldn't get it home with a man up. You see the Rangers win 60% of their faceoffs, go 1 for 2 on power plays, make the Lightning go 0 for on power plays. And when your guys like Fox with 2 Danny Dimes and Kreider put 1 home, and then you get help from the youngins, and your anchor Igor gives you 37 saves, that is a good burger secret sauce. And again, not capping hockey all year, but I'm watching something special. So I'm taking the Rangers on the money line in game 2 at plus 112 on FanDuel. I'm taking a minus 120 to win the series against the Lightning. And yes, if the Avalanche get past the Oilers, it will be 4 in Colorado, 3 at MSG, because McKinnon and that squad soared in the regular season. But if the Oilers, McDavid and Draisaitl find a way to get past the Avs, and that's a no defense series. You saw it. It went almost the score of a Texans-Jags game in round 1. 8-6 in game 1. Disgusting. That is why I feel so comfortable telling you, when the Rangers get past the Lightning, we'll have the better keeper, period. Point blank. The Oilers and the Avalanche don't even play defense. They don't. We're going to get the better defense and the best goalkeeper. And right now on FanDuel, you're getting plus 380. You have to consider it. It was plus 600 before game 1 against the Lightning. And now it's plus 380. Rangers over the Lightning game 2. Rangers to win the series. And the Rangers to hoist the cup. I'm doing it now, getting it out there so everyone knows I'm on the Rangers to win it all. And you heard it here, and you can capitalize on it financially at your local FanDuel shop. And now I switch to another futures bet that I want to take. It's a New York special episode. So I got to go in, and I'm taking the New York Yankees to win the pennant. All right. I'm seeing it right now at plus 280. This team is absolutely incredible right now on so many levels. I'm going to give you an idea of how dominant they are right now. Let's start with run differential, plus 79 as it hits your noggin. 79 more runs scored than given up. The next best in the AL East is the Red Sox at plus 22, and they're all the way down in 4th place. Toronto's plus 4 and Tampa Bay's plus 8, and they're 2nd and 3rd in the AL East. The Rays just don't have it this year. I bet on them a lot. I've lost. They're going to be competitive as they always are. It's not the team. The pitching staff isn't there, and quite frankly, their key pieces aren't stepping up. It's a long season, but right now, the Red Sox look terrible. The Orioles are the Orioles. And the Blue Jays, everyone thought could be that team. And they're 29-20. I see them being a playoff team. I don't see them beating the Yankees. The Yankees have been spectacular against them thus far to kick off the campaign. In the AL, plus 79 run differential, the next best team is the Astros at plus 45. So my bet to you is the Yankees to win the AL at plus 280 right now with the number 1 record in the American League at 34-15. And let's go a little deeper. This team is top 2 in home runs with 69. They're 4th in slugging percentage. They're top 10 in runs. They're top 11 in on-base percentage. And they're on the first half of the side in team batting average. Aaron Judge leads the majors with homers with 18. He's hitting 303 with 54 hits already this season. Stanton has double digits in home runs. He's been banged up a little, but he's hitting 285. And then you got to look at what Rizzo's done, which is unbelievable from a home run perspective as well. Donaldson had an incredible hit streak going earlier this season. He's a little banged up. But you have Hicks, you have Gallo, of course you have LeMahieu, you have Torres, who has been actually very impressive. And I don't hate Trevino either. This lineup is stupid. It's silly. Rizzo and Gallo get going somewhat consistently, and Donaldson can hit 270 with what Judge is doing, what Stanton is capable of, and what we know LeMahieu is, and what we see with Gleyber Torres. There is no doubt in my mind this offense is going to be lacking anything headed into October. And now let's talk about the pitching. Top 3 in team ERA right now. Only 3 teams in the entire major leagues right now hold an under 3 ERA. One of them is the New York Yankees. And the other 2 don't even come close offensively to what I'm breaking down to you. Nestor Cortez, who's 4-1 with a 1.7 ERA, he has the lowest opposing batting average against him of any pitcher on any level in the major leagues. Team batting average against him around 120. This team as a whole, on a pitching staff standpoint, number 1 in batting average against teams are hitting 217 against the Yankees. 217. Walks plus hits per innings pitch, first. 1.08. Between Cole, between Severino, what Cortez is showing, what Tyone has done, Montgomery has been serviceable. There is enough pitching easily. If Chapman can continue to be serviceable and this bullpen can be what it has been in years past, and you could argue, Yankee fans know, they even at times lobbied that the bullpen was better than the starting pitching over the last few years. This old school Nestor Cortez lefty, who's a rook, you cannot understate it. When you have a lefty who's filthy behind this offense, they're top 10 or more in almost every category. 11th in on base, 14th in batting average, which will improve. What more do you need in the American League to win the pennant? I personally think it's going to be a Subway Series. I said it before the season on a New York show. Mets, Yankees. They're the 2 best teams in baseball right now. But I'm telling you, fire on the Yankees at plus 280. Sit back on your ticket and watch it appreciate like Southern California real estate. That's it from me. Have a great weekend. Rangers win game 2. Rangers win the series against the Lightning, and the Rangers win the Stanley Cup. That is my with conviction purchase. I only hope you feel the same. And I'm going with the Yankees to win the AL at almost 3-1 right now to kick off June, because we don't have enough time. All right. Long season, but I'm telling you, it's going to drop. This was a team for weeks that was the last team to end in single-digit losses to over 9 and hit 10. For weeks, everyone had 10 or more losses, not the Yankees. It's the best team in baseball right now. Thank you for tuning in. Sports Gambling with Moneyline Monaco. Hit me up on social, Moneyline Monaco, Alex Monaco. And of course, my Action Network picks always posted on the Action Network app. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you on Monday, getting back to the NBA Finals. And as always, don't forget to hug your mothers. Ta-ta, real smooth.